everybody! Hello, Luca, Team Mystery Theater underway. Welcome back to, or I should say welcome to, because it's the very first episode of another new game, Root Double. And it apparently has a big old subtitle, Before Crime, After Days, Extend Edition. Wow, that is a big mouthful. I assume, yeah, each one of those will, each one of these little titles here will have some kind of significance. I see we have some 5 years too early Persona 5 stuff in the background there. And somebody just got tired of waiting. I do not know much of what this story is about, except that it was by Nakazawa, who co-wrote the Infinity series of Ever17 and Remember11 alongside Uchikoshi. And that, for me, that's definitely enough to get me to play this, along with the recommendation from many people, including my moderators. So, let's get into it. New game! Oh, okay. 9 souls are trapped in love. Oh God. A failed Nintendo product. That's the worst place to be trapped in. They attempt to escape the facility in the face of that hopeless situation. However, reality sneers at those struggling to survive. At the limits of fatigue and anxiety, and death looming over them, something lurks in their hearts. Is it the courage to never give up? Or can they cleave a path to the future with their own hands? Holy shit, that is a lot of endings. Wow. Oh, wow. So, we have a root name, we're root of after. Perspective, Watase Kazasagi. And it takes place in 8 years. And there is a metric fuck ton of endings. Oh wait, we can select root. Oh, we have another one. After and before. It's takes place in the same year. Oh, it's like a week before. I see. And let's see, this guy is Natsuhiko Tenkawa. Yep, he's definitely gonna be a freaking Michelle voice for sure. Most of those are immediate bad ends, and he has way less endings. I should start with root after. I just want to read this first, though. Thank you, OA. Also welcomes Armagus. A certain accident traps children in Lavo, a nuclear research facility. It is then that the boy is caught up in a mysterious phenomenon. He finds himself recalling the past as if he were reliving it. Ooh, solipsism. A strange phenomenon indeed. He soon watches once again as a trivial incident causes his peaceful days to collapse. What awaits him at the end is a shocking, cruel truth. Uh-oh. Can the past be rewritten? Also, welcome, Guppy Force. OA makes the thumbnails, Guppy Force. I have no idea who that is, so. We could change midway there, but let's start with root after.
彼らは捕虜が集められるように牢に集められ、獄に閉じ込められる多くの日が経った後、彼らは罰せられる旧約聖書イザヤ書24章22節。
Give me a chance to read that. I got an achievement for starting the game. Oh wow, that is loud. The roar echoed through the laboratory at daybreak. As if for a bell heralding the end, we have a Bible quote to start things off. What was that sound? I don't know, it came from Area 1. Find out what happened now! Hello, Amia, welcome to the stream. Hello, Victor, welcome to the stream. Wait, we can't. The gate can't be opened during the amplification. Amplifying what? Gate. Are they experimenting with time travel, maybe? Yeah, I saw that. Do not ever press the S jump button. Yep, okay. Intense tremors detected in B1, Area 1. The roars didn't stop there. Intense tremors detected in B2, Area 3. The loud noises and violent shaking continue to echo through the facility. A fire has broken out in B1, Area 2. Followed immediately by shockwaves and the sound of screaming. Intense tremors detected in B2, Area 2. Also, don't press the J button, thanks. Ooh. Hello, Relust! Welcome to the stream. Oh, I see. You want to play it first? Totally understandable. Security has shifted to evacuation mode. All gates, barring those leading to Area N, have been opened. There wasn't a soul in that place who yet understood what had happened here. A clear voice echoed amongst all the confusion and cacophony. This is an emergency broadcast. Explosions of unknown origin have just occurred within the facility. That voice that announced the destruction was but a fragment of the truth. September 16th, 2030, 6:19 a.m. at the area's 6th Laboratory of Atomic and Biological Organization. Oh, let me read! Repeat. Security has shifted to evacuation mode. All gates, barring those leading to Area N, have been opened. All personnel, please calmly evacuate to the surface. Ah! I'm running for our lives! Ah! I said calmly evacuate. Oh, fine. A bunch of Dumbledores here. The automatic PA screamed out warnings as if it had broken. It was an accident that should have been impossible. The security system's not working. Why? Damn it. Hurry up with the personnel evacuation. Everyone had begun ranting madly, caught up in the chaos surrounding them. The emergency staircases have collapsed. All the elevators are offline too. There's no way out. Impossible. How did this happen? Anyway, we need to get out of here. Hurry! But then a calm voice rose as if to quell the pandemonium. Ooh. Calm down, people. Professor! Have you forgotten that we have a system that immediately notifies the fire department in emergencies like this? Help should be here in just a few minutes. Only a few minutes? How's that possible? The fire department is literally 2 blocks away. Oh. These guys aren't your run-of-the-mill firefighters. They're advanced firefighters. They're the Special Elite Rescue Squad, Sirius. Our city's finest rescue squad, filled with the best of the best. 6:26 a.m. The rescue squad arrives at the scene. Captain, all members of Team A present and accounted for, sir! A row of rescue workers wearing protection suits stood before a man garbed in the same outfit.
Haha! Excellent! Listen up, people. Countless people are trapped in this lab as we speak. And due to the nature of this facility, there will be no ordinary dispatch.
Oh, we got tips.
We don't know what'll happen here, nor what unforeseen circumstances await us.
Pretty sure I know what a dispatch is, though. Huh? A young woman who appeared to be fairly new to the team gulped behind her faceplate. Yeah, I was thinking of Fire Force as well, Mystery Theater. The captain looked at her and continued.
Our mission is to save lives. That's how it's always been, and today is no exception. But you're all humans before you're rescue workers. As long as you survive, that means one more life saved. Keep that in mind as you commence the rescue operation. With that said, good luck to you all.
Yeah! With that shout, they rushed into the facility. All while having no idea of what awaited them there. And thus, the dispatch that would later become to know as Sirius's longest day. Had begun. The text is separated very oddly. Yeah, I'll definitely check for in-universe terminology. Yeah, definitely Guppy Force. Thank you.
Form two-man cells. Tachibana, you're with Moribe. Dojima, you're with Hiyama. Make sure to keep in contact with Team B. Don't forget this.
They all had the same conviction. To accomplish the mission they've been handed by whatever means necessary. However, what they found lurking there far exceeded their imagination. Countless unexpected complications kept arising one after another. This is going to be really tricky until they remove their helmets. Oh boy, yep, we have Dojima, yeah. A couple of familiar sounding names there. Oh god. I really wish I knew what your faces look like to give you better voices. You know what? Y'all get temporary voices for now. Moribe, there's still people in the basement. Let's go, Lieutenant.
Kiyosaki, get to the basement ASAP. Hurry, there's no time.
The captain I can keep as is, because I have a feeling that's what he's like, but the others, I'm going to wait for their faces to give them more permanent voices.
Roger that. Just wait right there.
I gotta say, the art is very high quality so far. I can't get through to him. Huh? That's odd. Did something happen to the captain?
So this is Area N, huh?
Area N. This here trapped just up ahead, right?
Right. So let's go. Haha. Back then, we couldn't save anyone. The time to atone for that has finally come.
even that determination can be crushed.
バカな。誰もいないだって。
Impossible. No one's here.
騙されたのか俺たちは
Were we tricked?
なぜ誰に
Ooh, wow. I wasn't expecting that.
Why? By whom?
どうしてこんなことに
Oh my god, wow. Very, Infinity / Zero escapee. Here we have a bunch of people trapped in a weird facility.
God damn it, why'd this have to happen?
Murders.
今は後悔する時じゃない。
Don't grieve. Now's not the time for regrets.
まだ任務は続いているんだ。
Our mission isn't over yet.
ただいま係数エラーが発生しました。緊急事態につきセキュリティを通常モードに移行。
Uh-oh.
全隔壁を閉鎖します。
What is a case N? A case N has just been detected. In accordance with this emergency, security has shifted into normal mode, locking down all bulkheads leading to the surface. So the rescue team got trapped. Were they lured there?
を探しに行く。
I'll go look for her.
バカな一人でか
Are you serious? All by yourself?
行くしかないだろ。お前たちは後を頼む。
So it's the 5 rescuers and the professor.
There's no other choice. I'll leave the rest to you guys.
20分待って戻らなかったら俺を置いていけ。
If I'm not back in 20 minutes, go on without me.
He swallowed his regret and ran. All in order to stick true to his convictions. Okay, so the facility is shaped like a big ring.
Ugh. Ugh.
君はこのラボの関係者だな。
Finally found you. You're a person of interest to this lab, right?
あなたは
What?
Who are you?
レスキュー隊だ。君たちを救助に来た。
I'm a rescue worker. I'm here to save you guys.
How the fuck? What's going on here? Is she just like a school child here or something? Thus, he found a lone girl and then...
間に合うか。
Will I make it?
まだあいつらはいるはずだ。
They should still be here.
きっとこの先に。
Yeah, especially in this series, Mystery Theater, yeah.
I'm sure they're just up ahead.
He endured the pain and kept on walking. This is some crazy... Oh, these are like Faraday cages here. And then at the end of his mission,
Gah!
as he transported, he came face to face with a monster. Whoa, what's going on here?
What?
The monster took hold of his wrist. Huh. The monster looked at him and laughed. The fuck? Who are these two? Their limbs are like, kind of clamp proportions here. The man spotted a broken wristwatch out of the corner of his eye. At that moment, just as an indescribable fear sent shivers down his spine. He was assaulted by an intense pain akin to his brain being crushed. Ah, time for some wacky scientific experiments gone wrong.
Ah!
The man screamed, faced with an agony unlike anything he'd ever felt before. He struggled to understand the source of the pain amidst the confusion engulfing him.
今のは
That was...
まさかお前も頭の中を。
I'm sure this will all have context at the very end.
My head. It can't be. Not you too!
His well-toned body proved helpless in the face of that power.
You damn monster!
In spite of that, he struggled against it, attempting to complete his mission. Nevertheless,
Oh,
his will broke as the overwhelming pain surged to his head once more.
oh,
He staggered backwards, clutching his head. The monster's face warped sinisterly, its gaze piercing through him. What is going on? Oh, looks like the machine didn't start up. Wait a minute. Was that happening inside his head? He then fled without looking back. It looks like the machine didn't do anything. If he stood his ground, he'd be killed, annihilated. And so he held his throbbing head as he ran for his life. Hello, Hollow Mirage, welcome to the stream.
I have to get away. As far away as possible.
No, I suppose if it was in his head, then getting away wouldn't have anything to do with that. He had to retreat to a place where the monster's power couldn't reach him. It was all for naught. Ooh! Special effects. Everything in front of him flashed as he felt an agony like that of his head exploding. Yeah, I think something is happening inside of his head here. Was that like metaphorical with like the two people struggling? I do wonder. I've read a lot of visual novels by now. Does he have like another personality inside him or something? Everything in front of him flashed as felt an agony like that of his head exploding.
Oh,
Like it could be like a DID thing or like, you know, something more supernatural maybe. Although this is more sci-fi, so maybe it could be some absolutely bonkers thing like the whole teleporting brain switch like in Remember11. Hey, he lost his sanity check. That was the last thing he felt. And then as if someone had flipped a switch. Yep. His consciousness faded into dark. It sounds like that. ... Ooh. Eventually, far past that frozen time. Awake. A voice called to him. Or perhaps it was merely a memory of such a voice. He heard that voice as he lay beneath the whitewashed tomb. And then time began to move. Oh, did it autosave? Format. Clickety click. His consciousness was in an endless darkness. Because it sounded like, based on how he reacted to that, he knew exactly what was going on. So, I don't think it's something that this facility had anything to do with. It sounded like something that he was familiar with before. A world where everything was closed off. Sight, hearing, touch, smell, taste. He'd been disconnected from all his senses. It didn't feel like there was a world around for him to experience at all.
where am I?
He didn't know. His head was a total blank.
What is this?
All he could sense was a feeling of loss.
What's going on?
It felt like he was lacking anything definitive.
How did this happen?
He desperately tried to figure out why. Soon enough, fragmented images twinkled in the corners of his mind. Ooh, what was that?
I see. So that thing attacked me. Is this death? No!
The sound of a beating heart echoed inside him. He knew for sure he could perceive that. This guy is... No, not this guy.
I'm alive!
sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch, pain.
I have all of those senses. My body and consciousness are right here. I'm right here. Come on.
10.
隊長しっかりしてください隊長
I hope we can see her face. Captain, please hang in there, Captain.
起きなよ隊長隊長ってば
She sounds more like a Kirie, so. Get up, Captain. Come on! With the sound of those voices suddenly filling his ears, the man opened his eyes. Yep, we see some faces.
気がついたのですね
You've finally come to, haven't you?
よかった死んでるかと思ったよ
Damn, they look like kids. Jeez. What a relief. I thought y'all bit it there for a sec. The man said nothing as the woman before him started addressing him. Right, yeah, I thought so. The woman one is the one on the left is what I thought. Thank you, Guppy Force there.
っていうか隊長なんでこんなところにいるのさ式場にいるはずじゃ
But what the heck are y'all doing here, Captain? Shouldn't y'all be at the command post?
それよりご自分の名前を言えますか今日が何月何日かは
Yeah, I'll give you more of a higginbana. Because you look like a snarkier one. More importantly, can you say your own name? Or what day and month it is today?
What? Huh?
The man already felt confused in the face of the sudden storm of questions he'd been sucked into. I do wonder if it is a case of two personalities. If he is a separate personality than the one that was in the first part of the story. He first tried to grasp the situation around him. The women in front of him were wearing orange uniforms.
So they're firefighters. No, rescue workers?
Yeah, he doesn't even know what's going on. He's gotta be. He's gotta be. He's either a different person entirely or a different personality. Their uniforms were covered in soot. Disaster, accident, rescue. Vague images related to those words swirled around the man's mind, or he just has amnesia.
君ら、いや、ここは
Who, no, where am I?
まだ起き上がらない方が
You shouldn't sit up yet. The man ignored her warnings and sat up, then checked his surroundings. He was in some building he'd never seen before. He'd apparently been lying in the middle of a hall. He could see cold steel doors and fire hydrants lining the corridor. A glance up at the ceiling revealed air ducts, sprinklers, and so...
Ah!
A sharp headache hit the man at that moment, causing him to fall to the floor yet again.
大丈夫痛むの
Are y'all okay? Are you in pain?
いや、大丈夫だ。
No, I'm fine.
Just then, the man realized he was wearing the same uniform as the woman.
Why am I wearing this thing?
He felt a strange sense of discomfort. Like he had no connection with himself. Why was he in this uniform? Yeah, it's either another body swap or some kind some kind of DID thing, I think. Or like another personality inside him, some kind of thing, I think. Or it could be just straight up amnesia. Like he had no connection with himself. See, that's giving me serious Blickwinkle vibes. So that suggests that it's more than just simple amnesia. Why was he in this uniform?
俺は一体
Like he's even saying, what am I? Like,
What am I?
the The man stood up as he shook his groggy head. His body also felt off. Like, why would that even be? Yeah, like, yeah, some crazy shit is happening here. Almost like his body and mind weren't properly linked.
Kind of feels like this isn't my body or something.
No sooner as that thought crossed the man's mind, did the air suddenly shake.
What was that?
The woman paid no heed to the man's confusion and instead exchanged glances. Damn! Okay. Another explosion. Y'all are freaking... Wow. We have some unfairness going on here, I see. Maybe a fire's broken out. Let's go, Lieutenant! Right. Captain, please rest here. We'll handle this one by ourselves. The woman who'd been called Lieutenant broke off into a run alongside the other woman, who was apparently her subordinate.
Huh? Hold on!
Yeah, I think this is a different personality, or at least a different person than the captain from the beginning, for sure. Scared of being left alone and totally in the dark about what was going on, the man followed the two. He called out to them as soon as he started closing the distance.
Wait up, you guys! What happened to your uniforms? They're all form-fitting now. And didn't they used to be yellow? And now they're orange?
Captain, I thought I asked you to rest. Hello, Ablis, welcome to the stream. Nah, I think he looks okay. Give us a hand, alright? Come on, sugar.
No, that's not it. I just want to ask you something. What was that noise? What's happening?
Are you gonna pull a Sigma on us and not show us this guy's face? Huh? The Burncastle, welcome to the stream. Now, what are you all talking about, Captain? Y'all saying you don't get what's going on? Cause then we'd be in a real dilly of a pickle. Hello, Extian, welcome to the stream.
No, I don't.
The women looked at each other for a brief second. You'll understand if you come along. Please keep close to us. The lieutenant broke off into another run at those words. Hello, Sophie. Welcome to the stream. With the man hot on her trail. I am noticing another thing. Their uniforms look completely different. Like from the ones in the beginning. They were much more yellow and they weren't nearly this form-fitting. This almost looks like a completely different set of, like, are they even the same characters as the one in the opening? Like, there's something strange about that. Anyway, let's keep going. The lieutenant broke off into another run at those words with the man hot on our trail. The reason why, Burncastle, I don't think, something attacked his mind that, something that had to do with this facility is that he expressed a very, an air of familiarity, with, the monster, quote-unquote, that was attacking him. And it looks like the area that he was in with all the Faraday cages, didn't seem to be activated or anything at that moment. So I think that scene with the two people wrestling over the gun looked like it was happening in his head. Which is why I think that, this is something that's unrelated to this facility. something that is completely on his issue, and it might even be a DID type thing. Or it could be something possessing him in some way. Or it could be something completely bonkers. Just like Remember 11's teleporting mind switch, which if anyone had ever guessed that, I would be so impressed, because that was so out of left field for me. That was an incredible twist from Remember 11. The lieutenant broke off into another run at those words with the man hot on her trail. She then opened a door at the end of the hall. Sending intense heat searching out of it.
Ooh. What is that? This heat?
A heat haze filled the area. Oh wow, that is super hot. Distorting their vision of what was before them. We need to put this fire out on the double. Yeah, before there's another explosion. The woman passed through the open doorway. Ooh, wow, I think I've heard of those. X-Teen, if you want to put those in the suggestion box on the Discord. That really sounds interesting. The man followed suit and ran through the hallway. Where are the other two dudes? Only to be greeted with hellfire. The man froze in shock at the scene he was confronted with. But the woman quickly got to work without even a moment's hesitation. Get a hose ready. Roger. Woo! Out of the way, Captain. Whoa. The female rescue worker pushed the man aside and pulled out a hose from a fire hydrant built into the nearby wall. She then passed it to the lieutenant, who directed his nozzle toward the flames. Commence water release. Roger. Here it comes! A jet stream of water collided with the flames, which erupted into large clouds of steam.
Incredible. The fire's getting smaller and smaller by the second.
I mean, that's what you generally expect, wouldn't it? Like, you can check the time at any time by pausing. Oh, that's awesome. Oh wow, what is this, pentagram or something? Are we gonna get into magic here? I think this is our main dude right here. He definitely looks like a battler for sure, so I'll keep this voice for him. The man stared at the swiftly dying fire with stark amazement. I can't wait for Nirvana Initiative as well, Evelyn. Just then he heard something else mixed in with the sound of the flames evaporating. Faint sound. 1. There was no voice acting to that.
Was that a voice?
He wondered if it was his mind playing tricks on him for a second. But as soon as he strained his ears... Oh, is that girl with the pigtails? Help me! He definitely heard what sounded like a young girl's voice coming from the room in front of him. That's an Enneagram. I have not heard of that shape before, but thank you, Guppy Force. Interesting. Enneagram. Huh. Sounds very complicated.
Someone's in that room.
The man's body started running as soon as this thought hit him. weaving its way through the gaps between the flames. Through the fire and the flames. Da 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 do da do do do. The room's door was crushed inwards to the effects of the explosion. The man peeked into the room from the shadow of the broken door. Ooh. And discovered a world of fire and smoke. So it's like an MTBI thing. MBTI. I always get, no matter how many times I take that test, I always get INFJ. And discovered a world of fire and smoke.
Where is it? Where's that voice coming from?
His hair was singed by the sparks bathing him, creating an awful stench that hung in the air. What's more, his eyes were tearing up thanks to the smoke irritating them. Like, I must be putting in something wrong, because they say, oh, that's the rarest type. Like, yeah, right. There's no way. I must have fucked it up somehow. But, that's an interesting personality test. I can't wait to see what it entails for this story. His hair was singed by the sparks bathing him, creating an awful stench that hung in the air. What's more, his eyes were tearing up thanks to the smoke irritating him. But he endured it and focused on searching the room. It's her, yep.
Someone help me.
Found her. Ooh. Through the fire and the flames, you could see a girl crouching under a desk in the room.
Are you okay?
The girl looked towards the man's voice with hope in her eyes. But the moment her gaze met the man's, ooh, oh boy. Yep. I think he has an evil personality inside him or something. Because she was there with him in the very beginning, wasn't she? She is freaked out by him. Her face froze.
What's with that look?
Overcome with confusion, he came to a halt. But at that moment... What's this?
Don't stop.
Is someone sending him a message through the morphogenetic field?
Save her.
I wonder if it's the other guy, the other protagonist. I'll give those voices, I'll give those little things the Michelle voice from now on, because I was going to give that dude the Michelle voice. He suddenly heard a voice. He didn't know whose voice it was. It sounded like it echoed from inside him. But the moment he heard it, everything suddenly fell into place. He finally realized why he was here.
That's right. I came here to save her.
The moment he came to that realization, his previously divided body and nerves seemed to finally become one. The flames were closing in on the girl. The voice resounded yet again in his head.
Go. Save her.
And with that command giving him the final push he needed, the man lunged into the blazing flames. Right after chapter 1, 9 o'clock chapter. Gotta love the autosave. Oh, we apologize for interrupting you so early on, but there are no choices in this world. Regardless, we need your power to link to this world to the future. Oh. So the Senses Sympathy System, SSS, has been prepared in order to allow you to willingly influence the world. Am I a Blickwinkle here again? I wonder. It's very possible. This tutorial will explain the SSS to you. But before that, let's explain what we mean by senses here. Senses refers to impressions, emotions, sensations in this context. Put simply, it's your assessment of how you feel about someone else. Oh, wow, this has potential. In other words, if their senses are high, you have a good impression of that person. And on the other hand, if their senses are low, you have a bad impression of that person. Well, nobody seems bad yet. And the senses sympathy system exists to quantify your senses and reflect them on this world. Now then, let's explain how to change the value of your senses. Oh, that's what that thing is for. In specific senses. A graphic that looks like a magic seal. I knew it. Okay, thank you for acknowledging that. Will appear in the upper right hand corner of the screen. Yep, this is known as an Enneagram. I wonder which one mine is on this. Exactly, Eblis, you know me. Let the shipping begin. Yes! You knew I would use this for evil instead of good. An Enneagram is a kind of personality assessor that categorizes people into 9 different personality types. What I am confused about is everybody looks like little kids. They don't look like they're old enough to be firefighters here. Like, they look like high schoolers or junior high schoolers at best. Each of the 9 main characters... Oh, wow, we're doing 9 again. Of this story have been categorized into these 9 types. Oh, okay, so we have the 9 main characters right here. And we've already met 4 of them. Or rather, we've met 5 of them because the scientist girl is right here. At least I think that's her. Interesting. Oh, wait, no, there's 2 more down there. And we haven't met the blonde girl there. And this guy's the other protagonist. And, yeah, we've met these 2 and these 2. And I think this is the scientist girl. Thus, the 9 characters have been distributed onto the 9 points of the Enneagram. A graph similar to a radar chart is displayed on top of the Enneagram. This graph is a symbol that represents senses. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. The shape of the graph corresponds to the 9 characters. Do we have to min-max this? Like, do we only have a certain amount of sensory points here? It's like to get someone higher, do we have to get someone else lower? The shape of the graph corresponds to the 9 characters, and its shape will change as you alter their senses. You can input the senses of 9 characters, which includes the protagonist. Thus, in a sense, you may as well set the senses you have for yourself. Interesting. So you can change how the main character feels about himself. Oh, wow. In such an instance, you determine whether or not you have confidence in your instincts and opinions. So I could set that to 0 for myself. Now let's see. Alternatively, you determine how much you value yourself. Yep, just like I said. Senses sympathy system. Truly a system where you determine the protagonist's various sensations/senses each time. Your senses will be used to determine which scenario divergence you will travel down at fixed divergence points. Yep, so that basically controls your choices. At divergence points, the story automatically diverges in accordance to the level of your senses. Yep. I see. So, how do we collect points to change the scale here? Right, exactly. You can't simply input your senses whenever you want. You can only do that at sections and its branches. Yeah, you can respec yourself, I see. When you arrive at a branch, the Enneagram will appear in the upper right-hand corner. Please check if the Enneagram is displaying or not to determine whether you can and can't input your senses. Allow to explain in detail through example. Let's play a demo scenario branch where you actually control the system. First, please take a look at the next scene. The senses input hasn't appeared yet, so please just play through the text as you normally would. Oh. In a certain boy's house, a TV and a game console were sitting in a neat and tidy living room. Just then, a girl came down from the hallway and spoke in an inquisitive voice. Kyung-kun Denma? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, a game tutorial? Is it really important? I see, you must be really busy, huh? Actually, I want to talk to you about something, but this is a bad time, isn't it? The girl looked at you hopefully as she said that. Oh, sweetheart. I'm sorry. It looks like I'm just bothering you, so I'll ask you later. What did you need? It's just a tutorial. It's fine. I hope her brother is nice to her. No, don't worry about it. It wasn't all that important. Oh. Okay then. Good luck with that game tutorial. Oh. The girl slumped her shoulders with disappointment. And then she left in the living room with a lonely step in her gait. This is an example of an occasion where your senses for that girl were low. I see. Now then, let's play that scene one more time, with the goal this time being to make the girl happy. There'll be a branch this time, so you can put your senses there. When you arrive at a branch, the Enneagram will appear in the upper right-hand corner. Please increase your senses for the girl before the Enneagram disappears. I know, Mystery Theater it was so sad. When the senses light up, please click it to bring up senses input. You can also bring up the input by pressing the V button. Yada yada ipso fatso. When you click the senses, you will arrive on this screen. There's a senses input button. Use the cursor to choose whose senses you'd like to change. Bring it to the knob directly below them, then change their senses. Click the Deicide button to set your values and to finish the input process. Time to kill a god. You can only do a senses input one time per branch. Oh, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, how many can we do at a time? But wow. Yep, this almost seems like it's gonna be Persona 3 levels of freaking min-maxing here, and like time management, like moving the sense at the exact right time at the exact right moment. You can't input again if you change your mind if you decided, so please be careful.
ねえねえ、何しているの？
Hey, what are you doing?
ゲームの練習？
Are you playing game tutorial?
とても大切なことなの？
Is it really important?
Ready to sympathize. How do I... How do I move it up? It did it... Oh, okay, I see. I have to click her name first. Max! Okay. This is just a tutorial, so once you set your values, you'll not be able to change them until the next branch. Proof of trust. So it's basically a trust meter, I see. So basically, who do you want to follow? Okay.
Is it really important?
そっか。じゃあ、
No, no! I set trust to maximum!
I see you must be really busy, huh?
ね、ちょっとお話ししたいことがあるんだけど、今はダメだよね。
Actually, I want to talk to you about something. It's a bad time, isn't it?
No, it's not. The girl looked at you hopefully as she said that. So you...
お話ししてくれる？いいの？本当に？
Wow! Huh? You'll listen? Really? Is that okay?
はーい、ありがとう。
Yay! Thank you!
今日は七夕っていう日なんだって。
Tanabata. You want to tie a message onto the tree. And you can't because you're too short, is that it?
Well, you see, today's the holiday and it's Tanabata.
それでね、
Wow.
短冊に願い事を書くとそれは叶うんだって。
I was just joking with the whole Haruhi thing, but they're like right here. Because she just sounds a lot like Kion's sister.
And, you know, if you write your wish list of a people called Tanzaku today, it will be granted.
だから今から準備しなきゃって思うの。
So I think that we need to make preparations for a week now.
The girl then started talking happily about the bamboo trees that are set up on Tanabata. Congratulations! You've successfully raised the girl's favor. In this example, the girl had 2 different reactions. But there may be more than that depending on the situation. Oh, wow. Also, there isn't always just one sense's target. If there is ever more than one target that you need to take into consideration, you'll have to reevaluate your senses for them individually. The thing is, how do you know who's coming up? Okay, in those situations, you can input for more than one character. That's good. Oh, okay, I see. It's really guided for you. Okay, so you can't do it willy-nilly. It's not going to let you fuck up. Okay, good. Well, you know, to a certain degree. But the only ones whose senses you can input are those who are involved with the next branch. You cannot alter the senses for an unrelated character. Thank God. There will occasionally be times when senses hold a greater importance than usual. As such, there are 3 different senses colors, each one corresponding to the importance of the upcoming branch. Blue signifies event where you can probably influence the target's favor. A blue branch, as it's known, is generally not all that important. It's free time events. You don't even need to change your senses every time it comes up. All you have to do is change it whenever your impression of the target alters. But if you neglect too many blue branches, it could have dire consequences for you farther down the line. You can't not do your social links. It just ain't done. Yellow. This generally signifies an event where you can probably influence someone's actions. Probably save people's lives or get them killed. I bet. A yellow branch, as it's known, is generally very important. Expect them to signify big changes, such as changing your destination or travel partner. They're not dangerous, but it's best that you change your senses to reflect your intentions at these points. And though it's rare, a yellow branch can signify that a branch of grave danger is approaching, so please be careful. Yeah, you want to know all those extra stars? That's it. I'll probably get the first bad ending. Just like Remember 11. Red, this signifies grave danger. A red branch, as it's known, is of the utmost importance. Deciding correctly, you will find death lying in wait for you. Keep your eyes peeled to avoid danger, and please check your senses immediately to ensure there are no problems. Also, branches directly related to the story's conclusion will be red. I thought so. That only makes sense. We recommend you exercise cautious judgment there in the same way. This concludes the senses sympathy system explanation. Your senses will change the situation in various ways. Now then, let us return to the world. When time starts again, a senses input will appear right away. The Enneagram will be glowing yellow. This indicates a branch of great danger is coming up. So if you choose wrongly, death may soon claim the man. Please look over the situation calmly and select your senses right away. We are expecting your feelings to have a good effect on this world, so don't fuck up.
Hold on, I'll save you.
Oh, everybody has their own wheel. Okay, I did not know that. I thought everybody had like, oh. Type challenger. Type investigator, I see. Oh, hold on. Okay, sure. I can click back. It looks like it's moving to someone completely different though. It's moving to a blank spot here. Oh, move forward for Oh, I can go back? Okay. The man screamed this and was about to rush into the flames. But was interrupted by someone grabbing him by the collar. I see. Thank you, Guppy Force. Okay. Because I don't know when the thing is going to disappear. Captain, y'all can't just rush in blindly like that.
しかしこのままではあの子が
But if we don't do something quick, that girl will.
I'll take care of it. Damn, you are a lot like Neon now that I think about it. Except not as lucky as Neon. Once you hear her say this, man, now it's time to choose. You know what? He has no memories of being a firefighter, so I'll lower his confidence in himself here and raise it in her. Once he heard her say this, the man.
わかった頼む
Got it. I'm counting on you.
Gave that answer instinctively. He felt more at ease leaving it up to her. Alrighty then, leave this to me! The female rescue worker quickly brushed the man aside, dashing into the room. Lieutenant, back me up with the hose! Roger. Yep, they have all their memories of being professional firefighters, and our protagonist has none, so I'll definitely trust them. The lieutenant pointed the hose upwards. The jet stream shattered apart when it hit the ceiling, scattering into a spray. The female rescue worker then ran to the room as if clad in that water. Plus, she didn't look too happy to see our main character.
What an amazing technique.
It was perfect teamwork. I think I made the right decision. The female rescue worker then ran up to the girl through the mist and steam. Through the mist and the steam. Da 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 da. It doesn't work. Oh yeah! Second survivor secured. Survivor secured. Woo-wee! Shouted triumphantly. That dramatic rescue had happened in the blink of an eye. A few minutes later, once the roaring inferno had been doused, the rescue workers tended to the girl they'd saved. And don't worry, miss. You're safe now. Are you hurt? God dang it, another one. Y'all are just lucky as hell.
No.
The man stood a short distance away, observing them. In the end, he'd been completely useless, with the putting out the fires and saving her. Dude, I have a feeling that if you went to her with the look on her face, she would have, been kicking and screaming, and she might have gotten hurt. So he figured the least he could do was talk to her.
そのなんだ無事でよかったな
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yep, another frightened look engulfed the girl's face at that moment. Did, you do something, Captain?
俺は別に何も
Huh? No, nothing. Honest.
She's a bit like Neon, actually. Try not to scare her, okay? Your face is already scary enough as it is.
いやすまなかった驚かせちまったみたいだな
Oh, sorry. Guess I gave you a little shock there.
だが安心してくれ俺たちは味方だ君を助けに来たんだ
You can take it easy now. We're on your side. We came here to save you. Probably.
The girl's body shook with a start upon hearing that. Captain, why would you ever say something like that? Yeah, y'all been acting weird ever since y'all woke up. You'll have amnesia, don't you?
状況がわからないとか言うし、なんか全然使い物にならないし。
Not knowing what's going on is one thing, but you've been no help at all either.
すまん。
Sorry.
After giving a brief apology, the man fired off another question.
ところで、二人に聞きたいことがあるんだが。
By the way, can I ask you guys a question? Who the hell am I? Where are we? What's going on?
俺が隊長って呼ばれてるってことは、つまり、俺はレスキュー隊かなんかの隊長なんだよな。
You've been calling me captain, so does that mean I'm the captain of a rescue squad or something?
はあ？隊長、何言ってんの？
The heck you talking about?
それはどういう意味でしょう？
What, do you mean by that? The man thought hard once he heard their surprised answers. But as he'd feared, he couldn't locate any information about himself in his head.
その、実は、わからないんだよ。
Well, the thing is, I don't know anything.
自分が誰で、ここがどこなのか。
Not who I am or even where I am.
The woman's faces twitched at that proclamation.
それはまさか。
Y'all don't mean.
記憶喪失？
Oh, you don't mean. Y'all have amnesia? Oh, please. Amnesia. The man mulled over the word.
So that's what it is.
But for some illogical reason, the answer, no, that's not it, suddenly popped into his head. Interesting.
It's more like my mind's denying me the right to think about who I am.
Yeah, this definitely sounds very Blickwinkly. It was a strange feeling. But since it didn't look like he'd explain what happened to him very well, he reluctantly decided to go with their suggestion.
そう。いわゆる記憶喪失らしい。
Yeah, I guess you would call this amnesia.
またまた冗談やめてよ隊長。
Oh, come on, Captain. Quit pulling our legs. If y'all had amnesia, we'd be totally fucked and die here a horrible burning death. But that won't happen because you're just fine at pulling our legs. Ain't that right on Cappy? Right.
これが冗談ならいいんだが。
No, I really wish I was joking.
もしかしてマジなの？
Wait, you mean you're totally serious?
お待ちください隊長。頭に怪我などはされてませんか？
Please hold on a moment. Captain, did you hurt your head by any chance?
怪我？そういえば、さっき頭がズキンと痛んだが。
My head? Now that you mention, I did have this really bad headache a few minutes ago.
やはりどこかに頭を打ちつけた可能性があります。
I knew it. There's a possibility that you hit your head on something.
意識や記憶の混濁はおそらくそのせいでしょう。ならば記憶は時間が経てば戻ってくるはずです。
That's probably why you're feeling so dazed and having trouble remembering things. Then that means your memory should return in time.
そういうものなのか。
Is that how it works?
ええ。外傷による逆行性健忘症はほとんどの場合は特に治療をしなくてもやがて自然に症状が消えるそうです。
Yes, it appears that retrograde amnesia, caused by physical trauma, goes away fairly quickly on its own, without requiring any particular treatment in most cases. The lieutenant calmly explained that as she threw around a few technical terms here and there.
じゃあこれは一時的なものか
Then you're saying this is only temporary.
はい。ただ、脳が損傷していた場合、健忘症は恒久的になる恐れがあります。
Yes, but if you suffered brain damage by any chance, it's possible that your amnesia could be permanent.
さらにそのまま放置すると、脳に障害が残ったり、死亡してしまうケースも考えられます。
And I believe there have been few cases where death occurs if the brain damage is left untreated. And I believe there have been a few cases where death occurs if the brain damage is left untreated. Really? The man felt a shudder run through him at those words.
何それ、やばそうじゃん。
What the heck? Oh, sorry. What the hell? That's horrible!
隊長、頭痛の程度はどうなの？吐き気とかは？
Captain, how bad is your headache? Do y'all feel like throwing up?
あ今は全く痛まない吐き気も特に感じない
No, my head doesn't actually hurt at all right now. My stomach feels fine.
なら安心かな。
Then, I guess he's in the clear?
いや、まだです。隊長、ちょっと失礼します。
No, we can't be sure of that just yet. If you please bear with me for a night, Captain. A moment, Captain. The woman grabbed the man by the arm, rolled up his sleeve, and looked at his wrist. He hadn't noticed until that moment, but he had some kind of wristband-like object wrapped around it.
これは
What's this?
バイタルチェッカーと言います。装着者の健康状態を自動診断するものです。
It's called a vital checker. It automatically diagnoses the wearer's health. A closer look there revealed there were several numerical readings, 5 green lights on the device.
コンディションオールグリーン。脈拍、血圧等に問題なし。完全に健康体ですね。
Status all green. No issues with your pulse, blood pressure, or anything else. You're completely healthy.
じゃあとりあえず死んじゃうような心配はないかな。
Then it looks like we don't have to worry about him dropping dead or anything like that for now. Right?
ただ確実な診断ではないので楽観視はできません。後ほど
Oh,
精密検査と治療を受けてください。
but we can't be optimistic about that without an expert's opinion. Please get yourself a proper examination and treatment later. The female rescue worker's eyes widened as soon as she heard the lieutenant's reply.
あ、やばい。それよりもまず副隊長。
Oh crap. Almost forgot.
お嬢ちゃんに AD を投与しないと。
Lieutenant, we need to give this girl some AD fast. The lieutenant's face froze at those words.
いけない。私としたことが。
Oh no. How could I have been so careless? The lieutenant wasted no time in taking something out of her pocket. It was an ampule loaded in a transparent container. The lieutenant turned towards the girl and spoke.
腕を出してください。
Please hold out your arm.
いや、打ちたくない。No, I don't want that shot.
Oh god, baby girl. You gotta relax. You want me to look at the tips? Where are the tips? Interesting about retrograde amnesia, a memory defect called the disturbance of consciousness due to injury or illness. There are 3 processes of memory: encoding, storage, and recall. Loss of the ability to recall information is called memory lapse. The loss of the ability to recall information is called memory lapse, which can, for example, be caused by disorders in storage and recall. The more you know. Yeah, when firefighters are sent out to fire, it's called dispatch. Yep, that's an easy one.
ダメです。投与しなければ危険なんですよ。
You can't be like that. You'll be in grave danger without it. The girl turned around and tried to run, but the lieutenant grabbed her before she could. She then rolled up the girl's sleeve without giving her a chance to speak and pushed the tip of the ampule into the girl, injecting her with its contents. Oh, wow. Hello, Tara. Welcome to the stream. Oh, there's more tips? Seriously? Come on, vital checker. A piece of medical equipment in the shape of a wristband that, yep, measures 4 vital signs: pulse, respiration, blood test, pressure, and body temperature. So if somebody has a robot arm, we should be able to tell with this. The device is not distributed to the general public, but to emergency teams and rescue workers, also frequently race against time. Interesting. Okay, I did not know. The girl's eyes widened and her body trembled. Feeling rather unnerved by a reaction, the man spoke up.
なんだその薬。
What's that drug?
AD と言います。
It's called AD. Put in simple terms,
放射線被曝を防ぐ薬です。
it's an anti-radiation drug. What does it do? Does it coat your DNA or something? Like an expert methylation pattern that, like, will help against radiation or something? The man felt an ominous echo in those words.
被爆を防ぐ薬だって。
Did you say an anti-radiation drug?
ええ。今回の任務にあたってこの施設の関係者から支給されたものです。
Yes, it was given to us by members of this family's staff for the mission.
我々が生き延びるにはこの薬品の投与が不可欠なのです。
We can't survive in here unless we keep injecting ourselves with this. Because... The lieutenant surveyed his surroundings and continued in a bitter voice.
現在この施設内はくまなく放射線に汚染されていますので。
Because this facility is currently contaminated from top to bottom in radiation.
何？
The bad feeling he gotten earlier only intensified with that statement.
ちょっと待ってくれ。放射線とか汚染とか一 一体どういうことなんだ。
Hold on a sec. Radiation contaminated, what are you talking about?
ここって何の施設なんだ。
What kind of facility is this place?
Okay, you guys, I can take a quick bathroom break and we'll be right back as soon as possible. Alright, and we're back.
What the hell kind of facility is this place?
The lieutenant took a good hard look at the bewildered man. Yep, she knows what's up. Something is up. And followed up with a clear answer.
研究用の小型原子炉を要する原子力科学研究所です。
Ooh, wow. A nuclear energy research facility, equipped with a small-scale nuclear reactor used for research purposes. We are in deep shit.
その原子炉がつい2時間ほど前
And nearly 2 hours ago, that very same reactor
メルトダウンしたのです。
went through a meltdown. Even though it's supposedly his first time hearing that word, still managed to send shivers down the man's spine.
メルトダウンって
A meltdown!
簡潔にご説明しますと、何らかの原因で原子炉が融解し、炉内の核燃料が外に漏れ出すことです。
Simply put, at first when something causes a nuclear reactor to melt, resulting in the nuclear fuel inside leaking out.
しばしば爆発や出火などを伴う極めて重篤な事故。
It is an extremely serious accident that's frequently accompanied by explosions and fires.
それにより人体に悪影響の強い放射線が拡散し、施設全域を汚染しつつあるのです。
And it also spreads radiation that has harsh negative effects on the human body. The entire facility is currently contaminated with such radiation.
バカな汚染って言ったってそんな兆しはどこにも
That can't be! You say this place is contaminated, but it doesn't look that way at all!
放射線は目には見えません。匂いもありません。しかしそれでも確かに人体を蝕みます。
Radiation is odorless and invisible to the naked eye, but it's definitely there eating away at our bodies. The lieutenant then took some sort of device out of her pocket. I'm guessing it's a Geiger counter.
放射線計測器プロキオン。ここに表示されている数値は現在毎時1108ミリシーベルト。
Is the word Geiger counter copyrighted or something? What? This is a Procyon, a device for measuring radiation. The reading it's currently showing is 1108 MSV per hour.
これは自然界における放射線量の約2000万倍に当たります。
This is approximately over 20 million times more radiation than what exists in nature. My god, what is this super serum that they have that they've taken here?
2000万
20 million?
放射線は通常の環境下でも宇宙や地表などからわずかに照射されていますが、線量が弱いため人体に影響はほぼありません。
Even under normal circumstances, there are faint levels of radiation in space and on the Earth's surface. But the dosage is so low that it has almost no effect on the human body.
しかしこの1108ミリシーベルトという非常に強い線量にさらされた場合、
Did I skip a line here? Oh no, I didn't. Okay. But when a situation where you're exposed to such abnormally strong levels of radiation, like the 1108 MSV surrounding us, it's known as radiation exposure.
つまり被爆した場合、人体に深刻な悪影響が現れます。
Which causes severely negative effects on the human body.
皮膚のただれ、嘔吐感、臓器不全、脳細胞損傷、視力障害、神経障害、遺伝子障害、そしてがん。
This includes skin inflammation, nausea, organ failure, brain cell damage, vision impairment, neurological disorders, genetic disorders, and cancer. It's like, it's so weird to see someone this old reacting this way in such a shock. I mean, you know, the main character acting this way. The lieutenant's matter-of-fact explanation caused all the hair on the man's body to stick up, their ends in fear.
100ミリシーベルトも被爆すれば、これらの健康被害が発生し得ます。そう考えると、現在の線量はあまりにも強すぎる。
These health problems can occur when you're exposed to 100 MSV and above, meaning that the levels we're being exposed to right now are particularly strong. Like, how are they even alive? It's all because of those crazy pills.
わずかに立ち入ることすら
Jeez.
絶対に許されないような 況なのです。
The environment is so deadly that we normally wouldn't be able to take even a single step in here.
そして線量は場所によって多少上下しますが、どこにいても被爆は避けられません。
And though some areas in the facility has less radiation than others, it's completely impossible to avoid exposure no matter where you are.
避けられないって。
We can't get away from it?
冗談だろ。なんでそんな状況で落ち着いてられるんだよ。
Are you shitting me? How the hell can you be so calm at a time like this?
お待ちください。説明を最後まで聞いてください。
Please wait. Please remain quiet until I've finished explaining. The man instantly shut up at the lieutenant's firm voice. She gestured to the empty ampule in her hand and continued.
しかし、この AD という
Oh.
薬を投与しておけば、汚染レベルの低いところなら、ほぼ 100% 被爆を予防してくれるのです。
But the AD drug offers almost 100% protection against the effects of radiation exposure. Granted that you're in an area with lower radiation levels, that is.
100%?
100%.
これは通常の薬剤ではなく、医療用ナノマシンを構成体に含んでいて、
Okay, because I was gonna say,
無害化、排出してくれます。
like, what the fuck medicine could do this? Oh yeah, it's sci-fi. This is no ordinary drug. It contains medical nanomachines that detoxify and expel the radiation received by the human body.
有効時間はわずか60分ですし、本数もあまりありませんが。
That said, it's only effective for a mere 60 minutes. And we don't have a lot of time either. Upon hearing her whole explanation, the man... God damn it, no! I forgot! No! God damn it! I forgot to change it! No!
A drug that gives 100% protection against radiation. Are you for real?
そうおっしゃるのもわかります。
There we go. I said it. I do trust her. I think she's really cool. I think she's my biggest ship candidate for the main character right now. I love her no-nonsense attitude. I can understand why you're shocked.
しかしお願いです。信じてください。あなたの命に関わることなのです。
But please trust me. It's a serious matter that concerns your life.
I see.
It really did feel so utterly unrealistic. But given how serious the lieutenant sounded, he had no choice but to believe. I suddenly felt a chill run through him. I hope I didn't change it too late. It let me do it, so I don't think it was too late. And it was a blue one, so it should be okay.
Hey, you sure we'll be okay without getting shots too?
我々は先ほど投与したばかりですが。
What do you mean? We only just injected ourselves right before we found you. Yeah, I think she's really cool. The lieutenant and her subordinate gasped.
そういえば隊長が最後に AD を投与したのっていつ？
Oh yeah, Captain, when was the last time you gave yourself some AD?
I don't know.
やばいよ。念のため投与しておきなよ。体調もきっと持ってるはずだからさ。
Oh crap. Y'all better inject yourself just to be safe. You should have some AD on you. The man frantically searched his pockets and quickly found an ampule in one of them.
あったぞ。
Found it.
使い方は簡単だよ。専用のカートリッジが付属してるから、それを装着して。
Using it's a piece of cake. Comes with its own cartridge, so just put in that.
あとは先端を折って静脈に密着させて、ノック部分を押すだけでいいから。
Now all y'all gotta do is break off the tip, put it against a vein, then just press the end.
こうか。
Like this?
Urged on by the woman, the man loaded the ampule into the cartridge. Once he injected it, the fluid in the container entered his body, accompanied by the slight prickling pain that came with the shot. And at that moment, he felt something that faded from his head.
What's this feeling? Is it a side effect of the drug?
These nanomachines be crazy. Like, with an evolution of something like this, it feels like, I don't know, like something that insane. To be constantly removing high levels of radiation from the body just seems absolutely bonkers. Like, that's just nuts. Like, it's basically a cure for cancer, and like holy fuck here. Jeez. Like, surely cancer must be a thing of the past with such advanced nanotech. Like, an evolution of a system like this, I could see in like maybe 50 years or so being able to allow people to go into space without a spacesuit or some shit. Like, damn.
What's this feeling? Is it a side effect of the drug?
どうしたの隊長。これで一安心なのに。
What's wrong, Captain? This means you're safe for now, so there shouldn't be a problem.
一安心。
Safe.
The idea of feeling safe in this situation was certainly insane to the man.
There's no way in hell I could accept a messed-up situation like this so easily.
He decided to try asking a question in an attempt to keep himself from worrying.
なあ、教えてくれないか。
Hey, can I ask something?
俺は何者で、今はどういう状況なんだ。
Oh boy, oh boy. Goddamn, it is still so early.
Just who am I? And what's happening right now?
それとそう、出口だ。この施設の出口はどこにあるんだ。
And, right. The exit. Where's the exit to this facility?
Yeah, you ain't gonna find an exit until the very end of the game. That's just how these kind of games work. The lieutenant and her subordinate exchanged glances upon hearing his chain of questions.
出口か。
Oh shucks, the exit, huh? That's a laugh. That's a good one.
では、これからそこにお連れしましょう。歩きながら現況をご説明します。
Then we'll take it to you now. You do it now. I'll explain the situation to you on the way there. I think they're both really cool, actually. But where are the two dudes? Their words seem to carry a heavy weight to them.
ああ、よろしく頼む。
Oh, thanks. I'd appreciate that.
了解しました。隊長もお嬢さんもこちらへどうぞ。
Roger that. And Captain, ma'am, this way, please.
Okay.
The lieutenant started walking. The rest of the group soon followed after her. The group, led by the lieutenant, approached what appeared to be a connecting passageway. It was blocked by a metal door, but that opened once the lieutenant had operated a nearby terminal. On the other side was another block that looked like it belonged in an office building.
This place is huge.
Just then, the lieutenant turned to the man and spoke.
隊長のパーソナリティと現状のどちらを先に知りたいですか？
Captain, which would you like to know first? Your personal information or the situation?
ああ、パーソナリティから頼む。
Oh, my personal information, please.
わかりました。まず隊長のお名前ですが。
Understood. Let's start with your name. Oh, goddamn, I got the wrong. Understood. Then let's start with your name.
笠崎渡瀬と言います。
It's Watase Kasasagi.
笠崎渡瀬。
Yay, he got a name! Woo!
Watase Kasasagi, so that's my name.
The man, no Watase, in quotes, because we don't. I'm betting it's some kind of alternate personality of some kind. Listened to the lieutenant list off facts about him, with a strange feeling in his heart.
年齢は32歳、独身。
You're 32 years old and single.
6名市消防局特別高度救助隊シリウス所属のいわゆるレスキュー隊員。階級は消防司令補。
You're a member of the Rokame City Fire Department Special Elite Rescue Squad, Sirius. Your rank is First Lieutenant.
そして私たちの隊の隊長、つまり直属の上司になります。
And you're our squad's captain. In other words, that makes you our direct superior.
ここまでで何か思い出せることはありますか？
Is any of this bringing back any memories?
いや、何も思い出せない。
No, not ringing any bells.
そうですか。
Oh. I see.
ところで、君たちの名前は？
By the way, what are your names?
Kazami Tachibana. Yeah, I'm fully trusting them both, so. Well, let me just, I didn't change anything, so,
申し遅れました。私は立花風見消防士長。
Oh, forgive me for not telling you sooner. I'm Kazami Tachibana, Fire Sergeant.
あなたの下で副隊長を務めさせていただいております。
I serve in this squad as your lieutenant. Watase carves this information into his memory.
Kazami Tachibana, my lieutenant, huh? Seems like the cool and collected type if you ask me.
I think she's super badass. The woman named Kazami appeared to be strict, both towards herself and others.
風見さんと呼べばいいのかな？
May I call you Miss Kazami?
Wow. Holy shit.
立花とお呼びください。継承等は不要です。
No, please call me Tachibana instead. There's no need to be formal with me, and I'll get a fucking heart attack. Watase nodded. Just then, the other rescue workers showed up. Spoke up.
で、私が森部純、消防士、20歳。今年入りたての新人隊員。
And I'm June Maribe, firefighter 20 years old. I only just joined Sirius this year, so woo! I'm already what you call the term team's new blood. She looks, a great deal younger than 20.
異名はシリウスの女特攻隊長。キャッチフレーズは「カン」と書いて「純」と読む。以後よろしく。
What? Wait, what are you talking about? My nickname Sirius's latest Suicide Squad chief. Suicide Squad. My catchphrase is, June's my name, rescue's my game. Let's get along, okay? She felt like the complete opposite of Kazami. Well, I think they're both really cool.
June Maribe. Team's newest recruit, huh? Sure is a bright bundle of energy.
She seemed to have a fierce will and yet a cheerful and friendly personality. She didn't appear to be very conscious of the hierarchy in the group, perhaps because she was a lot younger than her superiors.
口調が失礼なのはどうかお許しください。何度言っても是正されないのです。
Please excuse her attitude. I keep telling her to do something about it, but it just doesn't sink in.
私も普段は気をつけてはいるんだけどさ、現場に出るとついつい気性も口調も荒くなっちゃってね。
I usually am careful about it, sugar. It's just that when I get to work, I get caught up in the heat of things. Can't hold myself back, you know? Got that determination.
ああ、別に構わんよ。むしろ親しみやすいくらいだ。
Yeah, I don't mind at all. Actually, it makes things a lot more comfortable for me.
I like them both, honestly. They're both really, really cool so far.
やった、今日の体調ってば話がわかるね。
Woo! You're so understanding today, Captain. Usually y'all yell at me and call me imperfect and flat and shit like that. And quite mean. But today you're such a sweet, nice guy.
Well, it looks like she's got the skills to make up for it.
She'd have nerves of steel to stay so cheerful in a situation like this, for sure. I can't wait until the part of the story where they have to sleep here and trying to go to sleep with like all this fire and radiation around them. That's gonna be interesting. Watase then turned to the last member of the party as though that thought crossed his mind.
それで、そっちのお嬢ちゃんの名前は？
So then, what's your name, Missy?
The girl hid herself behind June as soon as Watase asked.
あらら隊長、ずいぶん嫌われちゃって。
Oh boy, doesn't look like she's warming up to y'all that much, Captain. She said you all up. Yep, definitely the right voice for her.
そんじゃあお嬢ちゃん、私にお名前教えてよ。
Well then, would you tell me your name, little missy? Huh?
Yuri.
The girl only gave her first name. I wonder why.
ゆうりちゃんか。かわいい名前だね。
Yuri, Yuri-chan? Woo, that's a cute name. Nice to meet y'all. Yuri. Something about that name bugged Watase. Yeah, he knows her totally.
Feels like I've heard that name somewhere before.
But no matter how much he studied her face or searched her memories, he couldn't remember anything solid. So he decided to give up and turned his attention back to Kazami.
じゃあ自己紹介も終わったことだし、次にここで何が起きているのか教えてくれるか。
Okay then, now that we're done introducing ourselves, could you please explain what's going on now?
了解しました。それではまずこの施設についてですが。
Roger that. Then let me explain the facility first. Kazami then quietly began to speak.
ここは六名市という町の郊外にある原子力研究所の中になります。
We're in a nuclear research facility located on the outskirts of a city known as Rokame City.
原子力研究所というと、
Could you be a bit more specific on that first part?
詳しいことは私にもわかりませんが、要するに 原子力に関わる各種研究を行う施設のようです。
I don't know the details, but it more or less seems to be a facility for conducting research related to nuclear power.
施設名は原子力生物学機構第6研究所、通称ラボ。
This facility's name is the 6th Laboratory of Atomic and Biological Organization, known as LABO for short. We make a lot of things out of cardboard here.
地上2階、地下2階建ての建物で、地下に研究用の原子炉がありました。
It's a facility with 2 floors and 2 underground floors, with the latter housing a nuclear reactor used for research purposes.
そして本日、2030年9月16日午前6時19分。
At 6:19 a.m. earlier today. That's September 16th, 2030 to be exact.
その地下で原因不明の爆発が起きました。
Oh wow, Charabelle, that's shots fired. They're the answer to what if Alice and Clover were good characters. I could see that already. And if someone mentions Clover from VLR, I have my solemn duty to mention Clover in 999 was a good character. She was not as fucking dumb and bitchy as she was in VLR, which is such a goddamn shame. Seriously, Clover in 999 was fine. She was not a bad character. But, like, seriously. God damn. Clover in VLR. Oh my god. Explosions of unknown origins occurred in the basement levels.
同時に各所で火災が発生し、それにより施設の制御システムの一部に障害が生じました。
Fires broke out all over the place at the same time, and part of the facility's control system malfunctioned as a result.
このままでは原子炉の冷却機能にも障害が及ぶ恐れがあり、メルトダウン発生の可能性も出てきたため。
I mean, like, I just can't believe that they talked all the time about Lotus's freaking clothing in 999, yet they never once mentioned the fact that Atlas doesn't wear a goddamn shirt. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Seriously, that bugged me so much. Oh yeah, Quark was basically a plot device. Yeah, in VLR. He was probably the least important character. Because he went unconscious halfway through every route, so he wasn't able to, be there for the major parts of anything. He was basically a plot device. And like, yeah, Alice was a bitch a lot of times for no reason, but Clover was absolutely fucking brain dead in VLR. And she was smart in 999. She was, which is so sad. Anyway, back to this story. There were concerns about the possibility that the nuclear reactor's cooling functions would malfunction as well and cause a meltdown if things kept going the way they did.
その手の災害対策の訓練も受けている我々シリウスに救助要請が入りました。
So they sent a rescue request to Sirius, since we're trained to handle these kinds of disasters.
そして6時26分、我々は現場に到着。要救助者の捜索を開始しました。
You know what, Terabelle? That is an amazing headcanon that I will immediately and automatically accept. And it 100% works because they're never fucking mentioned. They never mention those outfits. Ever. In the story. So I will fully accept that headcanon of yours. We then arrived on the scene at 6:26 a.m. and commenced our search for those still trapped. Watase looked at the sturdy watch on his wrist. Its digital display read 9:27 a.m.
およそ3時間前か
So that was about 3 hours ago, huh?
現場に突入したのはそれぞれ5名からなる A と B の2チーム。我々は A チームです。
When we got here, we split into two teams of 5. Teams A and B. We're Team A. Oh wow, so there's a lot more people than we think. If there's a whole nother team of 5 people around here. Okay.
隊長は地上1階に前線基地を設置し、そこから A チームを指揮していました。
Oh. We never even saw Team B. Okay. You set up a command post on the first floor and commanded Team A from there.
A チームは私と森部、それに堂島と檜山という隊員が組んで2名2組で行動していました。
Team A was split into two two-man cells, me and Maribe, and 2 other workers named Dojima and Hiyama. I really would love to meet them.
しかしその後、堂島檜山組との無線連絡が断絶。
They lost contact.
隊長との連絡も断絶しました。
But after that, we lost contact with the Dojima Hiyama party. We then lost contact with you.
これが6時35分頃のことです。
So soon after. This was around 6:35 a.m.
何があったんだ？
What happened?
この時、隊長たちは地下に降りたのかもしれません。
The 3 of you might have gone down to the basement floors at that time.
地下は電波状態が悪く、無線がほぼ使えないようですので。
Reception's really bad down here, so our radios are nearly useless in that sort of situation.
そう。でもどうして俺たちは地下に降りたんだろう？
I see. But why'd we go down to the basement to begin with?
要救助者の捜索の
I think there were people
という
trapped
可能
there,
性があ
yet
ります。
it's possible that you went to rescue survivors.
ラボ関係者によると、地下部分の避難はすでに終了し、地上部分にのみ要救助者が取り残されているという話だったのですが、
According to members of Labo staff, the basement floors have already been evacuated, and the only survivors there were trapped in the above-ground floors, but...
救助活動中に地下にも要救助者がいることが分かってね。それで私と副隊長も地下に降りたんだ。
While we were saving them... while we were saving them, we found out there were survivors in the basement too. So Lieutenant and I headed there.
でも地下の火災が予想以上にひどくってさ、私たちが前に進めないでいるうちに要救助者も見失っちゃって。
But the fires down there were much worse than we'd expected. So we got stuck for a while. By the time we could move again, we lost sight of the survivors. Okay, good. It just switched to June. Okay, I was worried if I missed it. Okay.
そこで我々は地下2階に簡易基地を設置して、再び捜索活動を開始したのです。
It was then that we set up a makeshift base on floor B2 and resumed our rescue activities once again.
そしてその直後、7時15分頃、
Then, right after that, around 7:15 a.m.,
KSN を告げる不穏な警告放送が施設内
a
に流れ
most
ました。
ominous announcement about a case N was broadcast throughout the entire facility.
KSN?
Case N, what's that?
おそらくはニュークリア、核を意味する言葉の頭文字だと考えるのが妥当かと思われます。
Given the nature of the facility, it's probably just short for nuclear. One plot twist there could be would be that there isn't actually anything nuclear in the facility and that they're researching something else entirely. It is possible. Given the nature of the facility, it's probably short for nuclear.
私たちの業界には N 災害って故障があるんだよね。その場合だと N は核による災害を意味するのさ。
We got something in the rescue world we call N disaster. In that case, N refers to a nuclear-induced disaster.
核か。それに関する警報が鳴ったってことは。
Nuclear, huh? Saying that warning was something nuclear related.
Yes. We believe that a meltdown occurred in the reactor area around that time.
放送の後にプロ気温をチェックしたところ、放射線量が異常に上昇していました。なので、おそらく間違いないかと。
We checked our procyon right after the announcement and discovered that the radiation levels had grown abnormally high. So we're pretty confident in our theory. I don't understand why they use these procyon things and not just a straight up Geiger counter. I wonder if there's a plot reason for that.
つまり KSN っていうのはメルトダウンを指す隠語だろうね。
So basically, this KSN thing is probably slang for meltdown. I'm not too sure. By the time they finished explaining, the group had arrived in Area 2.
だったらできるだけ早くこのお嬢ちゃんを外に出してやらなきゃいけないんじゃないか?
Then doesn't that mean we need to get this girl out of here as soon as possible?
Watase looked towards Yuri. She looked even more scared than she did earlier.
我々もそう思うのですが。
Yes, we agree. It's just
地上につながる階段はこの第2エリアにあるんだけど。
staircase leading to the surface is here in Area 2, but is it on fire? Kazami and June paused, then looked down the hall. Standing there was a door with a plate that read emergency staircase.
何煮え切らないこと言ってんだよ?
What do you mean, but?
出口はあそこだな。行こう、ユーリ。
The exit's right there, isn't it? Then let's go, Yuri!
お待ちください、隊長。
Captain, please wait. Oh god, he doesn't know about the thing. Watase ran towards the door, Kazami's voice growing fainter and fainter with each step. Ooh. He ascended the dark staircase. But when he saw what awaited him at the top, Watase found himself rendered speechless.
なんだこれは。
What the hell is this?
An iron wall was lying a short distance away from the top of the stairs.
つまりこういうことなのです。
And there you have it. By the time he came to his senses, Kasami and the others were standing right behind him.
こういうことって。
What do you mean, there you have it?
実は現在、地上につながるすべての出口にこの隔壁が降りてしまっていて。
The truth of the matter is that all exits to the surface are concurrently blocked off by this bulkhead.
私たちはこのラボの地下に閉じ込められているのです。
Meaning we're trapped down here in Labo's basement floors.
閉じ込められてるだと。どうして?
Trapped? Why?
わかりません。
I don't know.
ともかく KSN とやらが発令されると同時に地上に続く全隔壁を封鎖しますという放送が流れました。
That said, the PA sure did say that they're locking down all bulkheads leading to the surface at the same time and announced the case end.
だからおそらくどこにも出口が。
So there's probably no way out. Probably.
そんな。
You can't be serious.
外にいる人に連絡して開けてもらうってのは?
Can't you just contact someone on the outside and ask them to open it up?
連絡ができないんだよ。
We can't get in touch with him.
ラボ内の電話は全部普通になってるし、無線も最初はなんとか使えたんだけど。
All the landline phones here are dead. And the radio was working good enough at first.
なぜか
Even the
どんどん
radio.
通信状態が悪くなって、今じゃほとんど通じないんだ。
But then, reception kept getting worse and worse and worse for some reason. Now our chances of reaching them are pretty much zilch. Bupkis, baby.
Whoa!
だったら壊すなり無理やり開けるなりすればいいじゃないか。
Then can't we just break or force it open?
We'll have to say tried pounding his fists onto the bulkhead. But it didn't budge an inch.
くそ、開けよちくしょう。
God damn it! Open up, you piece of shit!
But no matter how hard he punch kicked or pushed it, nothing changed. It didn't look like something that could be dealt with human hands alone.
こりゃ爆薬でもなきゃどうにもならなそうだな。
Looks like we can't do anything to it without explosives or something.
残念ながら爆薬なんてないよ。今の私らには破壊不可能さ。
Hate to break it to y'all, but we don't have any. We can't destroy it with the equipment we have on hand.
この隔壁のせいで地下と地上が完全に分断されているのです。忌々しいことですが。
Though it's annoying to admit, this bulkhead had completely split the basement and subsurface apart. Watase finally understood the situation when he heard Kazami and Jun's comments. But it was a hard pill to
他
swallow.
に脱出に使えそうな場所は。
Isn't there any other possible way out of here?
会議です。
Negative.
我々も閉じ込められてから2時間、あらゆることを試しましたが。
We've tried all sorts of things ourselves in the 2 hours we've been trapped here, but nothing worked.
エアダクトは通行不能。エレベーターは使用不能。天井は破壊不能です。
We can't go in through the air ducts, all the elevators are out of order, and we can't even break the ceiling. Ooh.
しかも本来この施設には完璧な消火システムがあるはずなんだけど。
What's worse, this facility is supposed to have this flawless sprinkler system.
それもなぜか停止してる。そこかしこで火災が起きて出火場所も把握できてないんだ。
But it's just not working for some reason. So we don't have fires breaking out all over the place. Don't just have fires breaking out all over the place. We got no way to find out where they're coming from.
なんだよそれ。めちゃくちゃな状況じゃねえか。
What the hell? Then we're in real deep shit now, aren't we?
放射線が蔓延してるとこで火災も起きてて、しかも外には出られないだと。
We're all full of radiation. There's fire everywhere and we can't even go outside!
なんでそんなことに。
What the hell is this?
落ち着いてください。レスキューが取り乱してどうするのですか。
Now please calm down. Please calm down. Having a rescue captain lose his cool will only make matters worse.
そうだよ隊長。ユーリちゃんが余計に怯えちゃうだろ。
She's right, Captain. Can't y'all see that all you're doing is scaring poor Yuri to death? She really does remind me a lot of Mion. When realization hit him in full force, Watase looked at Yuri. She was hiding behind June and looking at him with trembling eyes.
すまない。
I'm sorry.
Kazami and June are right. You can show any such disgraceful behavior in front of a frail girl like Yuri. Regardless of his amnesia, Watase had most likely come down to the basement floors in order to rescue people. At that moment, he was hit by a sudden question.
あ、そういや、ユーリはどうしてこのラボにいたんだ?
Oh, come to think of it, what were you doing here in Labo, Yuri?
Just hanging out.
Just then, a tearful look appeared on Yuri's face for some reason.
どうしたんだ?
What's wrong?
私は
I
ここの職員の族です。
family tune is the people who work here.
Oh, God. Well, upon that revelation, it's time to make our very first save. This is getting to a really exciting, fast-paced start. I can't wait to see more of this with you guys on Tuesday. On Sunday, we're continuing with Analog. Alright, you guys. 2 new games in 1 week. Within a week, I should say. Dang. Pretty cool so far. Let's see where it goes. Until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya!